So what brings you here today, Roberta?
Well, Dr. Chameleon.
Chameleon.
Oh, are you from France?
Hillsborough, metro area.
Oh. Okay,
I'm a journalist, and I've been experiencing a lot of anxiety around the earthquake that's supposed to hit the Pacific Northwest. And I haven't been sleeping, and I've been eating like way too much, and I just feel like I needed like...
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Yuck. You're stressing me out. So you said you're a journalist. That's great. Why don't you make a documentary? Something in your field to channel that anxiety into something more helpful.
That's actually a really good idea.
It might help bring some resolve and peace around the issue for you.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe I need to like talk about it.
Allow me to lead you in an exercise that I think might help you feel your way through this experience.
Okay.
Now close your eyes. Take a minute to really get grounded and feel into your center. Now repeat after me. I will take my fear.
I will take my fear.
And honor it.
And honor it.
I will say hello to it, asking it what it wants from me.
I will say hello to it.
I will evaluate it. Hold space for it.
I will evaluate it, hold
I will
space
ask
for
my
it.
fear.
And
What are you trying to protect me from?
what are you trying to...
need
You're
from
going too
being
fast.
here? Okay. That tone is not welcome here. There's a flow that's happening in the meditation. Please get with that flow.
Okay, but I just felt like...
Interrupting is your lower self vomiting out.
Yeah, but you just...
Back to the exercise. Fear. What are you trying to teach me? Well, Roberta, I think we made some really good progress today.
I just got here.
Well, I think you got what you needed. Just make the documentary.
Roberta? Brenda. Party pail, huh? Having a party?
Yeah.
Incredible. When can I stop by?
It's actually a work party.
Just make the documentary. It'll be good for your self-esteem.
What?
I said save me some ice cream.
Oh, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Have fun.
Hit it, Zaw! It's a pizza. It's real good. Hot and now, like it should. Just one bite. Take you to heaven. That'll be $49.11.
Why is it so expensive?
Roberta, just take action and follow your dream.
Excuse me?
I said because you ordered the Supreme?
What's wrong, baby?
If not now, then when?
When you don't know what to prepare for and you worry about it all night long, it's a blind date with your fate. It's a calm before the storm. We're talking about half-quaked, half-quaked. So many people around. We're talking about half-quaked, half-quaked. Will they fall into the ground?
It looks really great. You know, I just really love it, and the eyebrows is just the perfect combination. Oh my God, look at that. I love it.
Earthquake drill! Earthquake drill, people! Cilantro earthquake drill happening!
I've never seen anything like that before.
Well, welcome to the salon. That's what we do here on a regular basis, so.
It's very cool and quite an unconventional approach.
Some would say, but you know, everybody around here has gotten so used to it right now that it's almost conventional. Let's just say that, right?
Yeah. Where did you learn your methods?
My methods for the drill? You know, a lot of it is improvisation. I took an improvisation class when I was in 7th grade, and it really inspired me not only to get in touch with myself, but just to really kind of go with the flow. And when you have an idea, just go for it.
So how often do you do these drills?
I try to at least get in a dozen a month. I really want them to get faster. I time it. I blow a whistle and then I time it on a watch. And they're not as fast still as I'd like them to be. We're gonna keep practicing until that's a little bit more solidified. And then I told them once they hit that time, we can back it off a little bit. But we're not there yet. It's okay, they'll get there. I believe in them, but it's just taking longer than I would have expected.
I can see you're very passionate about that.
Very passionate. Sometimes I'm not proud of it. Sometimes I snap inside, but I never lose my composure outside. And that's something that my grandma taught me. She said, no matter what's happening inside, your outside must look perfect. Hence my appearance.
That makes sense for your line of business.
It really does, you know.
You have the best staff here.
The staff absolutely loves me. I think that if they were to say one person they would look up to the most, it would probably be me.
I make it clear I don't like her.
I have a stylist named Rosa.
My name's Karen, but Abby calls me Rosa.
Rosa is a peach and a half, isn't she? That beautiful hair, beautiful eyes.
Yeah, I've been coming here for 3 years now.
3 years now. I am so sorry. I'm ashamed that I don't recognize you.
Oh, that's okay. Manuel always takes really good care of me.
You know, he does extreme makeovers, and did you used to be a blonde?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that maybe you used to be a blonde.
No, I'm part Mexican, so.
Oh, part Mexican. Well, okay. That's great. I think that Manuel's part Mexican.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's just kind of a guess. I kind of have that feel about him. Anyway.
Is this place structurally fortified?
Absolutely not. This building is hundreds of years old. It's definitely going to go down, which is why I built the bunker down there. It's got cement blocks glued to the top of underneath the staircase. So Rosa one time made a comment saying, hey, I'm a little more concerned about these cement blocks falling on my head than I am the quake. And I said, hey, not that attitude here.
I could get assaulted back in there. What is this, a sex dungeon?
My staff gets a little bit wound up during the drills, but I think that they really can see the merit and the value in them. And so that's what makes them really enthusiastic in the end. But they love them. They absolutely love them.
I can't deal with this anymore. I'm not well.
But I'm pretty laid back about it all. I think they know that I'm pretty laid back about things, so.
And that works. That works.
Rosa, what did I say about rolling those towels up? It's hanging from the bin. You roll them up tight and you put them. I'm sorry, I gotta go address this. Rosa, no, not that way, honey. Rosa.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we live in the Pacific Northwest, and we're overdue for something bad, an earthquake, wipe us all out. But I do have something that could save us all, dolphins. Every Wednesday night, I will be holding my dolphin classes, one big dolphin class. If you paid attention in your history class, you would know in 1612, dolphins survived that major earthquake. Well, in dolphin class, you learn of a big range of things. One important thing is your tone. You know, to survive with the dolphins, you need a special type of tone. That's hello. And goodbye is. So I heard about this guy, Steve, trying to copy me. I don't know his name, Steve Maru, Steve Capoon. I've been studying dolphin for 20 years. I got various degrees. Degrees I created, but they're still qualified by me, so we're not going to get into that. I'm not trying to say I'm God, but another dolphin person who can compete against me? I don't think so. Look, I don't have no harsh feelings for Steve. He seems like a great guy. Handsome, you know. I love to meet him, but, you know, take my classes. They're way better than Steve's.
I have not survived a natural disaster being homeless. This will be my first, but that's not what's important. The important thing is that I'm prepared. The basic thing that you really want to do, especially if you're inside a building, is get under a table or get under a doorway. But see, I don't have any of those things. Those people who do live in homes and buildings, they could lose everything. And so, they could come live with me in my tent. When something like this happens, like a disaster strikes, we need to love one another and be with one another and just be friends. And friends sleep in tents together all the time because that's part of friendship, is sharing a home. And yeah, it's a tiny little space, but that's okay. I don't need much space. I mean, I can sleep crunched up in a little ball. So it's not just me who survives. It's a lot of people who survive because of me in my tent.
Yes.
Oh. Marvin?
No.
It's Roberta. I'm here to interview you about the earthquake.
I'm his dad. Come in. Marvin!
Read the sign, Dad.
Marvin, one of your little friends is out here.
Okay, coming.
And would you get this computer out of the hallway? I keep telling you about that.
Roberta? You and I met on Disaster Masters online.
Yep.
Seems to really prepare you for disasters in real life.
Really, it does. It's a really smart game.
Yeah, so do you think that it's pretty accurate?
I think it's incredible. I mean, the graphics alone are amazing, but just the ability that they empower you with to be prepared in an earthquake and things you might not think of. I have a lot of fun playing it.
And would you call yourself an outdoorsy, life skills kind of person, like a survivalist?
I would virtually, not in the actual outdoors.
So you appear to be a gamer of not just Disaster Masters.
Yeah, kind of a D&D nerd.
Are you in the middle of a game right now?
Well, no, I thought I'd kind of set the scene because, you're coming over to interview and stuff. So I'm in the process of creating a non-virtual Disaster Masters where you get together kind of like D&D. As you know, the D&D, you don't know this, but in D&D you have a map that you draw. And so like to just sort of like where you are and where the dragon's lair might be, and for the main conquest setup.
Is that the Hawthorne Bridge? Or?
Oh, it's actually the Steel Bridge.
Steel Bridge.
I made a Portland set for the earthquake coming.
Is that the Willamette River, or?
This is actually the Willamette Lake. It's a lake instead of a river. And yeah, and they have a bridge, and there's also a lot of mountains.
Where would you like to be when the earthquake hits?
Well, there's a shop called Doo Doo Donuts in alternate Portland, and I always camp out behind there because my favorite food's chocolate, and I'll make it's just all chocolate donuts. I usually camp out outside of there because when the earthquake comes, the whole building gets smushed, and chocolate's my favorite food, so I like to stay out there and I make since the donuts get smushed, it makes it into like a chocolate pudding, so I just eat that as part of my survival.
So you're excited about the earthquake?
I kind of am. Yeah. I feel ready. And I feel like I could finally be a hero to people.
It sounds like you kind of romanticize this. I mean, it's going to be awful.
Yeah, but you learn all these skills that you can survive it. And doesn't have to be awful. It could be cool and adventurous and fun, too. You're sounding a lot like my dad right now.
What does your dad think about?
He thinks it's loser town, that whole game.
What about your mom?
My mom left a million years ago. She's in LA. She's a big hotshot or something.
Oh, so your dad is single? Your parents are divorced?
Yeah, I mean, it's just me and my dad. But he's a doofus. Huh?
Yeah, he seems like a doofus.
Yeah. So.
And all this excitement about the aftermath, what do you imagine the world's going to be like?
I think it's going to be simpler. I mean, in Portland anyway. People won't have their phones and their computers to work, so they'll talk to each other and talk to me. And we'll have to, come together as a community instead of hiding isolated in our houses, and we'll be out there, with no power and trying to help each other and feed each other and come together and realize what's important. And I just think that's kind of cool. And although I don't want anybody to get hurt, I think that maybe it's good. Maybe it'll be good for us.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way, but maybe some good will come out of this. Thanks, Marvin. By the way, Ravega Galantara, female human wizard.
Marlman Homeforger, male gnome fighter.
No.
Oh.
Just
Oh,
stop.
I think part of being in a relationship for 20 years is that you just start to together make decisions.
I have.
I have not.
It's supposed to be massive. Yeah, I have kids in my trunk. I have kids in my car. I have kids at work. I have kids in my house.
I feel like it's inevitable, but then also it's unlikely. If there was an earthquake, we would have to figure out how to save our animals. And the hierarchy would be Apollo Creed, he's the youngest.
Yeah.
Bella. Biggie would kind of just have to figure it out.
He would probably weigh as much as a emergency kits.
I have to make a choice. I would probably be the one that can take control and protect our household. But my wife would be the one that has a lot of things prepared. And I would use those things that she has prepared because I'm not a dummy.
I worry a lot about things like that.
I have to worry about an earthquake. I have to worry about hypertension.
But they've talked about this for years. It's supposed to happen.
You never know what's happening.
Yeah. Now you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, hello. You look great. Where are we setting up shop here?
Oh, Anywhere where the light's good, Fred.
All right. Well, you tell me. You're the star, huh? Good to see ya.
We're here in rural Oregon at Fred's property, and I met you in a gas station.
Yes, yes.
And I ran into you, and I was so interested because I heard you talking about moving past I-5 because of the impending earthquake.
That's right.
And it was serendipitous. I felt like I was meant to be there and meant to talk to you, and that you could be my representation of the voice of rural Oregon and, you know, the working people. And how long have you been working at the gas station?
Well, you know, I wouldn't really say that I work there, you know, as far as being fully employed, Roberta, but I could see why you thought I worked there, because we've been in the store area. In the store by the cashier.
Yeah, and you took my money.
Yeah, I stepped in. I forget who was on shift that day. They were going outside, and I stepped in, and I met you there. But yeah, I moved when I retired. I moved east of I-5, to get out of the quake zone.
So do you live alone here?
I do. My wife passed away about almost 10 years. 10 years in September. She'll have, you know, so I've lived alone since then, but...
Oh, sorry to hear about your wife.
Oh, she was old. You know.
So I'm curious to know what you've done to prepare. Do you keep a pantry of goods? Do you keep your car stocked?
Oh, sure. That's a great question, Roberta. I'm glad you asked it. There's a certain kind of snack bar. Mm-hmm. You know, I forget the name. I think it's Oats and Oats or something with oats in it. And they're coming. They've only got 3 ingredients. Oats, peanut butter, and dates, I think, is the other. I smash them together, and it's great, delicious bar. I have about a 24 case of those, and I love artichoke hearts. You ever have those?
I like them on pizza, but not too much else.
I'd eat them right out of the can. I just, you know, and it's really good snack, you know.
It sounds like you eat pretty healthy.
I do.
Even after a big disaster.
Well, you know, you gotta have your veggies and your beans and just the basics, you know. My mom always said, Fred, eat your basics. You know, you got a protein, you got a veggie, some fruit and snacks, and that's really all you need. Mm-hmm. She said, don't complicate your food, Fred. And I said, all right, I'm old, you know, and I just know that I probably won't have, you know, the ability as some people would to survive.
Have you ever survived a disaster somewhat like this?
You know, I haven't. I haven't. I just, I read a lot about, you know, this one, and I watched some videos, and I said, hey, you know, we gotta prepare for this, because it's gonna be a big one.
Well, that's great, Fred. You have some great ideas.
Oh, well, I'm so happy to be a part of this.
Thank you.
I hope you meet some more people and get everything you need and get the word out there.
It's just a mosquito.
Oh, sorry, I get scared of those bees.
Yeah.
I had a moment, but thank you.
Thank you so much,
right.
Fred.
Take care.
You too.
We have to be prepared, and we have to come through this earthquake. And the only way to do that is by investing in your quake space. Quake spaces, quake spaces, quake spaces.
People need to be educated about plate tectonics. In Japan in 2011, they had a similar sized earthquake, and they were prepared for an earthquake to hit, right? Still, megally devastating. Everything on the coast is gonna be obliviated. The electrical grill will be out for months to years. It's gonna be catastrophic.
If you don't invest to get your quake space, you don't care about you or your family's lives. Quake spaces. Quake spaces. There are safe bunkers underground, and they're gonna be luxury. I'm talking spas, mani-pedis, yoga, Zumba, vegan options, and vegetarian options from the people who created vegan and vegetarian food. A very large tube-shaped magical slide, and it's gonna be fun on the way down. Did I mention that there's going to be a steam room and a gym? Yes, the earthquake is a big deal, all right? But we want to be relaxed and having fun and being refreshed for when it's time to reemerge. Quake Spaces.
Quake Spaces.
Head over to www.quakespaces.com. Contact me and let's get that down payment.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, sorry.
All right,
Are you Roberta?
Penny? We're here with Penny Stiffen, PTA president at Thorburn Elementary School, and leads the children and families in survival exercises for the impending earthquake. Mrs. Moody told me what a rock star you are at Thorburn. How you quickly climbed the ranks to PTA president and were your PTA president of the year for like the Pacific Northwest region.
I was last year. I was so honored. I couldn't believe it. It was just it was such a special thing, and it was a joy. It was kind of my dream, you know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell me about these drills you do with your family.
We started just having everything in our car that we would need in an earthquake, just in case. My husband Kyle and I, we would start little campouts, pull over on the side of the road, camp out for a night in people's backyards, in public parks, anywhere. Just that to kind of instill in the boys, we don't know when this is going to happen. This is out of our control, and what can we do to be prepared and survive it?
So you say you just pull the kids off the side of the road, just random earthquake drill. Does this mean that do you pull them out of school? Like, how long are these trips that you take? I'm assuming just for the weekend, right?
No, I mean, it's fun. It's funny you say, do I pull them out of school? I rarely do. I have done it once. It's normally, it can be anywhere from one night to a week. Kyle and I will usually kind of have a heads up on when, and we'll just say, hey guys, it's happening now, and we'll just kind of try to scurry into someone's lawn or something like that.
So where are we now? Like, whose property is this? Is it your friend, or?
This is the chosen yard of the day.
Whose house is it?
I actually don't know them. I haven't seen them yet today, but it seemed it was a quiet lot, and I thought maybe they wouldn't be here, so we just kind of...
I'm just a little concerned because we have to get permission to film on certain properties, so I've just, you don't know the person here at all.
No, but it shouldn't be a problem. I have a lot of experience doing this kind of thing. I've never had someone get upset or even really see me. Well, let me show you some of my stuff.
That'd be great.
And I can train you a little bit.
Okay.
Some of it you're going to see is pretty self-explanatory. Soap for the dishes, camping cups, our stove, pretty self-explanatory here. Propane fuel, we just kind of hook that up too.
Goggles?
Yeah, because you just never know. Toilet paper, because we all know why. Just, if I don't know somebody, or if I am afraid, the neighbors are going to catch me or something like that, I just put this on, kind of camouflage, kind of disguises me. Well, you just put the eggs in and it closes up like that. Did you get a good view of that? Mm-hmm. I just sometimes think you never know. You never know. So this is a snorkel.
And that's for...
run-of-the-mill canteen. Scooping up any kind of dead carcass. Flinging it. God damn it, Kyle. Just kidding, Sometimes there's dead birds we need to kind of scoop. We don't want to get any, diseases or anything. Kind of, hey.
Hey!
Uh-oh.
What the hell are you doing in my yard?
Hello, my name is Alexei. I'm from Detroit. I now live here in Portland, Oregon. It's very, reminds me of Mother Detroit. It's very rainy and cloudy, and everyone's got a dour look about them. I like it very much. People call me a looter. Not a looter. I'm more of a professional anarchist, you know? That's what I do mostly. I wait for things to happen and I take advantage of them. That's what I do. Is that illegal? Well, yes, it is illegal what I do. But if I don't do it, you know, somebody else will, so. Rule number 1, don't touch my stuff. Rule number 2, I can touch your stuff. Rule number 3, don't touch Svetlana. Svetlana, she's my knife wife. Rule number 74, if I approach you in a menacing way, cower. Rule number 76, don't touch my American jeans. Rule number 276, if I loot, I keep. If you loot, you share. Rule number 286, do not tuck your American jeans into your boots. It looks terrible.
Hello, my name's Chelsea. And my name's Chelsea. Am I scared about the earthquake? Yes. And I'd like to tell you why you shouldn't be scared either. You're gonna want to go into your brain. And you're going on to take your fear and take it out. It's actually common knowledge in Ireland that if you eat before an earthquake, you'll be at least 15 times safer. Some foods you may want to consider are spaghetti, pasta linguine, and bologna, and of course eggnog. You know, it is actually also common knowledge that the Dinosaurus was extinct by an earthquake. Archaeologists don't want you to know, but now you know. I'd also like to mention that I made a special graph just for this occasion. This is an accurate representation of what might happen during the earthquake. It's now the 53 states of America. I've actually got to recommend my place of work to you, Bob Rob's Pound Shop, on the corner of Rural Street, and you're basically gonna wanna go there because it has all the safety things you'll need. Bob Rob's Pound Shop is one aisle, and that's our motto. If you need miniature furniture, we have that. Miniature furniture. We have one trash can in the store. You can't use it, it's not for customer use. So if you spill anything, just yell really loudly. We'll come escort you out the store. Delicious. And thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
This is a very special interview. I'm getting a bit of the Vernonia perspective here. I'm with Kathy Hopkins and Donna Cobb. Thank you for agreeing to be interviewed. It's such a pleasure to be here in an intimate setting like this.
Of course. Donna's a little camera shy, so we're just going to ease her in. It's all right. Breathe. Remember what we talked about. Just be yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You two started an organization to focus on earthquake preparedness, right?
Yeah.
Donna,
yeah.
you're the chairwoman?
I am. I was unanimously picked.
Yes.
Correct.
There was no contest.
There was no contest. It's called the Vernonia Earthquake Preparedness Unit. VEPU. And so what I've brought today, if it's okay.
Stay focused.
Well, I brought my earthquake official preparedness bag.
Now, is this your personal kit? Because I've actually never seen your personal kit. The one you carry around?
Yeah, this is the one. You have oatmeal.
Okay, how do you cook that if you don't have any hot water?
That's okay. We'll figure that out.
Oh, okay.
We have sardines.
Oh, canned food.
Yeah, sardines. Do you have a problem with that, Kathy?
No, I don't. I just not a huge fan of sardines, but if I'm hungry and the earthquake happens,
okay,
this girl's not complaining.
Okay, I just want to make sure you were a little critical of my oatmeal.
Oh, I was just curious.
So what else do we have here?
Oh, quinoa.
Now that's a good idea.
Lots of protein.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with that, Kathy?
Not at all, Donna.
Kathy, I wanted to just get some of your perspective because I read an editorial in the Vernonia paper.
Yeah.
You had been talking about your anxiety about the earthquake, and I just want to know, where did that come from?
Well, it started with the article that everyone read, and it had this picture of the map. And on that map, the Northwest was just ripped off of the U.S. And I said, now what is that? Just the picture. And I went on to read it, and it was just so much fear came up in me of, it's not a matter of if, but when. And I had heard that Donna was, trying to gather some people together, and that's how we became friends. And I attended, and I just said, if this is coming, I want to be ready. And I would love to show you a little bit of my kit as well, just to kind of throw my things in the pot.
Wonderful.
It's just in this backpack here. We've got a flashlight. That's just self-explanatory. You just carry that around.
Some non-food items. Good thinking.
Yeah, exactly. And emergency poncho.
Okay.
You stay
That's
dry
very nice.
to keep you dry and warm.
Very good, Kathy. I didn't think of that.
There's
Very good.
main, tissues, soap, lotion. We're gonna get dry. Roll-on antiperspirant, which, come on, nobody wants to stink, huh? During the earthquake. Some latex gloves, some gauze, in case of emergencies.
Wow, you thought of everything.
I know. Well, that's all I'm gonna show you for right now.
I'm getting a little upset here.
Hey, Donna, why?
Well, I'm the chair of the unit.
Yes.
Okay? And I feel like somehow your kit has superseded mine. And so here, I want to show you a few other things. Maybe no one has thought of this yet. This.
Okay, now
you didn't show me that from your bag,
You
okay?
know,
So I went up to there, didn't I, Kathy? Come on.
You almost did. But I actually have a duct tape filled with batteries and also fresh naps tucked in. So I thought of the same thing, which, Donna, that's a good thing.
Kathy, I really appreciate you coming to all the meetings and such and participating and all of those wonderful things that you do. However, I've been getting the feeling lately that you've been trying to usurp me. That's all I have to say.
I'm not trying to usurp you. You inspire me, Donna, to be prepared. What was that? It's all right.
Oh my God.
Ladies.
No.
Ladies.
Where's my...
Isn't that just the train?
Oh, God. I live here, and I always forget that. The train rumbles the house.
I got really, really scared there for a moment. It felt really real.
You know what? I thought I was going to lose you.
Oh, God. Kathy, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
I know I was a little mean. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry.
I would never try to steal your
I
idea.
understand. I know that. I do. And you know what? As a token of goodwill.
Yes. No, I can't, Donna.
No, I want you to have it.
You do.
I really do.
This means so much to me. I love how itty bitty it is.
And that makes the best pancake batter. Can I tell you?
I have to say I'm moved.
I have to say I'm moved. I am so pleased that you had me here in your home, Kathy, Donna. Thank you so much for this wonderful time, and I'm so glad you two made up.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now, is this gonna be on TV?
We'll talk about that. I'm gonna cut.
Okay. My anxiety's coming up.
Why don't you make a documentary?
That's actually a really good idea.
Gluten-free, dairy-free lemonade. Only $7.
Fear.
Lemonade.
What are you trying to teach me?
When you don't know what to prepare for and you worry about it all night long, it's a blind date with your fate. It's a calm before the storm. We're talking about half-quaked, half-quaked. So many people around. We're talking about half-quaked, half-quaked. Will they fall into the ground?
What do you do if a rat's coming close? A family of rats.
From which direction?
Oh, here.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Oh my God.
I'll lead the way. Ready?
Wait, are you supposed to kill them?
No, just shooing them away. If death happens, it happens. But okay, so it's coming up. Oh, Big Daddy Rat.
Sound effects. Sound effects. That does it help scare them?
Yes.
I can taste the safety.
Just say exquisite.
Exquisite.
Whisper it.
When you don't know what to prepare for and you're worried about it all night long.
Try again. Don't break character.
We have 4 meetings a week, plus the earthquake drills.
I got my medical marijuana card just to get me through it.
Half-quaked. We're talking about half-quaked, half-quaked. Will they fall into the ground?
That's so ridiculous.